Good morning, a glorious day to have another glorious day. So I'm sitting outside. It's nice and cool under my trees. It's just magnificent outside. So I brought all my art supplies outside. I am sitting here and I am looking at my mixed media artwork that I did in a previous video. And you know what? I've been looking for a couple of hours now, or days, from 2 days back, to see what do I see? What do I need to do? Is it done? Isn't it done? What do I see? And I don't see anything. I really don't see anything. I don't know if I like it like this. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something. Just leave it. I don't see anything. And you know what? Then don't do anything. Another day in how to create a beautiful life. When you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Because that is where our problem comes in. When we force things because we believe we need to do something. We are so driven in always, we need a plan. We need a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a plan for today, a plan for the week, a plan for our life. And when we get to a point where now we don't know what to do, we fall apart and we're upset and we fear what now, what if I don't do this? What if I now don't do something with this, But we got to learn, if we want to create a beautiful life, that lots of times we got to do nothing. Just rest, just sit, just leave it, just be. And that brings so much peace, no pressure. I'm just using this as an example. But how many times in our lives, in our days, we feel, but we got to do something. We need to do something. We need to plan. We're in this predicament and we need to get out of it. We need to do something. And we force ourselves. Nothing works. And we get more and more fearful and resentful towards others, towards ourselves, depressed because nothing wants to work, angry because nobody wants to help us, and we gotta learn to just rest. So I'm going to share something very precious. So I've been doing my YouTube channel now for, I think 2019 I started it. We're in 2025. Just because I absolutely love sharing. How it happened, it was just a friend came to visit and I taught her how to hand dye a piece of cloth, and she said, but let's make a video. She's from overseas. Okay, I said, I don't know how, but let's. Okay, and that's how it started. And I just kept going. At one stage I had more videos than subscribers, but I really didn't care. I learned through this whole experience, just do what the life in you leads you to do. Just keep on doing and making a video and sharing whenever you feel like sharing. It's not about what happens after you share. The life in others will prompt them to look or not look or whatever. That's not my job. My job is just to do what the spirit in me, the life in me prompts me to do, makes me do. I'm so excited about sharing and doing these videos. I cannot not do it. It's just too wonderful for me. So I get going. At one stage, I think for months I didn't make videos, and then I started up again, and I just kept on doing it my way. I can do it my way, so I do it. Then husband will say, but you need this and you need that and then he buys stuff for me. I never use it because when I feel like making a video, I don't have the sound thing or this thing near. And then battery is flat and not, so I never use those things. I just kept going because I just loved doing it. So now a while back, 2 weeks back or something, there comes an email. Now I can monetize, whatever that means. So once again, I looked at this, I read up a little bit on it, and I realized I cannot do anything about this. I don't know how to do this. I'm not going to use my energy that I don't have to do anything. So I just kept doing my videos, and then out of the blue, my eldest son, he's a computer boffin, really computer mind, living in Thailand and whatever. And Mom, you got to monetize, blah blah blah. I said, yeah, I saw. When he looked at my stuff and he saw the numbers or what hours, and I don't know what, you need to monetize. I said, I don't know how, and I don't care. What will be, that was my words. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I know what will happen will happen. If I cannot do something, I just leave it. And then just trust the life in me and in all around, that if it needs to be, someone will come and help. So all of a sudden, my son decided he needs to help his mother. So he is now even a manager on my thing, on my YouTube channel. And I share it with you because, once again, all my needs will be met. My life will turn out exactly as it should turn out, but never the way I believe. It will turn out differently. So not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that my son will help me, because he usually look at me. He's not an artist at all, a creative person, not at all. So he's the one that usually said, oh, Mom, art is, really no use, and, things like that. And then I just laughed and kept doing my thing, kept going, and all of a sudden he's now helping, But this is what this video is all about. If you cannot go further, you don't see a way further, you don't have an inclination and the desire to do anything, you just cannot do it, then relax. Don't do it. That's what I had to learn. Just do what you can do, that comes naturally, that is good enough. Now listen to this, it's so awesome. If you can see your path laid out in front of you, step by step, the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan, the week plan, the day plan, it's not your path. Your own path you make. My words, you create your own path. Your own path you make. I say create. How do we create a beautiful life? Your own path you create with every step you take. Isn't it amazing? That's why it's your path. Your path is going to be different than my path. But how are you going to know your path is your path? By step by step. By living your life breath by breath, step by step. I always say the light in us is inside of us. It's not a torch. So the life that is the light shows us only where we are right now and then our next step. That's all that we can see because the light is in us. The light is not a torch. So it doesn't show us 20 steps from here. It only shows us where we are right now and what we need to do now. And that is the most awesome thing. Isn't it amazing? But we've missed it. It's so simple that we've missed it all our lives because the worldly systems and stuff and whatever told us you need to make plans, you need to stick with your plans, you need to blah blah blah. And then what happens when it doesn't materialize? Look at your life, look back. Did it turn out as you planned? Mostly not. And then people becomes upset and fearful and depressed because they believe it's because of me. I did something wrong. That is why my life is not turning out my way. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not trying hard enough. Other people, then you get the judgment on yourselves and then you start judging others. You see, years back when I was running into a situation where I could not go further, like say with this now YouTube channel that's now growing, and I could not do anything about it because I really don't have the expertise and the stuff and the inclination and the desire and the power, and I don't have it. Then I expected husband to help me. But the awesome thing is, lots of times, mostly, I did it when I was young, I expected my mother to help me. And then usually she would say, I don't have the time now, is it? I will do it later. I was always busy with something. So as a child, I was learning to sew from very small. And then I wanted her to help me. Mom, show me what you do now. And Mom, show me. I don't have the time now. I'll come later, she'll say. Then I become very upset and then, oh, well, I will do it myself, you know. So that's actually a good thing. That's how I have learned. But we expect of others to do things for us because we believe in their timing. But the awesome thing is things happen as they're supposed to happen in their seasons for everything. And like now my YouTube channel, I can only use what I am in presently. So I'm busy with my YouTube. All of a sudden, I am now in the right season or the right place, call it that, for it to expand. And guess what? Then, because is the right time for it now, my child emerged. He's getting the desire to help his mother to manage her channel, even though he doesn't even agree with most of the things I say and do. Isn't it awesome how the life works? That's what I'm sharing and why I feel led to share this with you. My son really, as I said, is not an artist. He's not mostly agreeing with what I say and where I am and whatever. But that's beside the point. The life in me is the same life in him and in you, and that life is now urging him to help me and giving him the desire, the excitement, everything. He is so excited. Mom, you only need this, and Mom, I did that, and Mom, I am now a manager. And all I do is laugh and just say, great, Sonny, thank you so much. I love you for it. Whatever. You see how life works when we let go of our preconceived plans and ideas of how our life should turn out. Then it becomes pure joy. Then we will get what we need when we need it. I wasn't ready to be here in this stage of my life, let's say with my YouTube channel. But now I'm ready because I've done this for 6 years now, 6, 7 years. And I've learned that I've learned to walk with the life, with the Spirit in me, and not worry and fret and focus on how many people watch, how many subscribers, what this, what that. I had to learn that's not why I'm doing this. And every time it comes back to that, look at myself and look at yourself and see, but why am I doing things? You know, what's my motive? Am I following my heart? Or am I following my mind? And your mind will always runs you into fear and anxiety, and because, as I said, how I got here with the YouTube channel is absolutely magical, because that wasn't even in my biggest dreams. You know, it just happened. It was just the next step. Someone just came and said, let's make a video and put it on YouTube. You know, isn't that awesome? So that is why I am doing this, and why I'm doing this 30-day challenge. It's more for me because I'm learning so much like this. It just showed me once again this morning. Let it go. As I said previously, if I was making a painting, I would force myself to finish it and force myself to keep going until it's done. Now I'm learning. Just do what you have to do and let it go. If you don't feel the inclination, the desire, the strength, the excitement to do it, do something, don't do it. The life in you is in control, and the life will make things happen as they are supposed to happen, whether you are on board or not. The life in you will let your life unfold as it should. There's a bigger plan. Remember, we're all a little part in this huge tapestry of life, and you will do your part. And the awesome thing is when you learn to just let go of my ideas and my plans and just learn to go with the flow. I've written a few things that it was actually, let life have you. It does anyway. Isn't it awesome? We think we're in control. We have actually absolutely no control. Life has you already, you know. So just let go. Just learn to go with the flow of the life in you, the life's promptings, the desire, the power to do what you need to do. Lots of things I need to do things that I really don't want to do, but I know I have to do it, and then the life will also help me to do those things. So we believe then when we surrender to the life in us and let go of our ideas and stuff, that things will not happen. But look at the birds, look at the trees, look at everything around you. Look at the apple tree. It bears apples in the right season. It doesn't fret or fear or force itself to produce apples 24/7. It's a seasonal thing. Oh no, but we want to produce the fruit, 24/7. And we've got to let go of all these preconceived rules and regulations, stuff that we believed about life. The answers you seek comes when your mind is still, and that is why creating is such a fantastic tool. When you create something, whether you work in the garden and work with your hands planting, whether you create a painting, whether you crochet something, whether you, I don't know what else, whenever you create something, you get so focused on what you are doing that your mind becomes still. And in that stillness comes the answer to the questions that you are having deep down. We believe, I don't know what to do, and so you are forcing yourself to try all of these things. Okay, nothing works, so I'm going to try this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to, and you exhaust yourself terribly because you don't become still. So this is this lesson of today. When you don't know what to do further, when there's really nothing, you don't see the next step, just be still. Just go and do something. I cannot tell you how many times I tell my husband, he's an engineer and a perfectionist and, left brain, whatever. So lots of times he's got these problems and struggles, and then I just say, leave it, go into the garage and go and play with your tools. He does beautiful woodwork and always fixing things. I said, leave your problem now and go and play. Go and work with your hands. And guess what? A couple of hours later, he will emerge as, he said, now I know exactly what to do. I found the answer. Because he went and he stilled his mind so that he could hear the small, still voice of the life within. And then the meaning of life is just to be alive. Life, alive. What is the meaning of life? Remember, we are life. We just manifest. I manifest. Life manifests through me in this body. But through my dog Bella Blops, as I call her, that is how life manifests. Through her, the tree, the wind, life manifests differently. And each of us manifests the life in us differently. So the meaning of life is just to be alive. Isn't it simple and awesome? So all you have to be is just be you. That's all you need to do. Just be and allow the life to just flow through you. Man, nothing really dies. It transforms. Isn't it awesome? When I leave this body, or the life in me leaves this body, it's going to transform into something else. I don't understand these things. I don't have to understand it. I just am learning to walk and trust the life in and around me and you and all of us. Because that's the only way that I can experience peace and joy in the midst in this crazy world. I mean, really, really. So it's just how I am learning to cope with everyday life, but not coping absolutely. I don't just want to cope with life. Oh, I made it through another day. I want to live victoriously, filled and overflowing with peace and joy and rest and power through every minute. Otherwise, what's the use? That is how I want to be alive. So, today's lesson, day number, I don't know what. When you don't see anything, just do nothing. Just relax. Just enjoy. Just leave it and just go and do something that you feel like doing. Even though go and lie on the couch and watch TV if you really don't know. Just be. Just become the life that we already are. Love you lots. Die Z from Zetstersland.